All right, so you're ready to unlock like next level health and energy.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, so today we're diving deep into supplements,
Oh,
specifically from this Smart Buys with NewGenBox podcast episode.
I know that one.
Yeah, all about boosting your health and energy. And like, have you ever felt
Yeah.
like you're doing everything right?
Right.
You're eating healthy, exercising,
Yeah.
but still dragging.
It's so frustrating.
I know.
Like you're doing all the things and still not.
It's like, what's the deal?
Yeah.
So I'm curious about that. And this podcast episode really hit on something I think a lot of people experience. Like, we think of healthy living as this all or nothing thing.
Mm-hmm.
But even with good intentions,
Yeah.
our modern lifestyles
Absolutely.
can lead to some sneaky nutritional gaps.
Yes, they really can.
Like, it's not always obvious.
It's true.
And I think that's where supplements come in. It's
Yeah.
not to replace a healthy lifestyle,
Right.
but to help bridge those gaps and give us that extra edge.
That's a good way to put it.
So the episode highlighted these three main areas where supplements can play a role.
Okay.
Filling those nutritional gaps,
Mm-hmm.
giving our metabolism and energy levels a boost,
Yes.
and supporting things like immunity and muscle recovery.
Oh, definitely.
What are your thoughts on all that?
You know, I think that's a great way to frame it.
Okay.
It's not about seeking a magic bullet,
Right.
but recognizing that sometimes our bodies need a little extra support.
Totally. And it's not always obvious,
Yeah.
like what those things are.
It's true.
So it's interesting to kind of break that down.
Absolutely.
Like, for example, magnesium.
Oh, yeah. Great example.
It's so crucial for so many things in the body.
Yeah.
Muscle function, sleep.
Hundreds of processes, actually.
Right, exactly. It's like, it's everywhere.
It's essential.
But a lot of people don't get enough through diet alone,
It's true.
which is crazy to think about. And
Yeah.
so, it's like making sure your car has enough oil, you can't run on empty.
You got to keep things running smoothly.
Exactly. So speaking of specific supplements, the podcast really focused on one called SeroBurn.
Uh-huh.
They presented it as this like clinically backed formula
Interesting.
designed to like naturally boost metabolism, burn fat, and increase energy.
Okay.
I'm curious, what makes SeroBurn different?
Well, the natural aspect is a big selling point these days.
Right, and rightfully so.
Yeah. People are becoming more aware of the downsides of like artificial stimulants.
Yeah, definitely. And
So SeroBurn really emphasizes its use of natural ingredients.
got it.
But what really piqued my interest was this concept of a thermogenic boost.
Ooh, I like that.
Essentially, it's about using ingredients that can help your body burn more calories throughout the day,
Okay.
almost like turning up your internal thermostat.
Oh, interesting.
Have you ever looked into thermogenesis before?
I've heard the term, but I'd love to understand the science behind it. Like,
Sure.
how does that actually work?
So think of it like this. Your metabolism is like a fire that's constantly burning calories.
Yeah.
And thermogenic ingredients act like kindling,
Interesting.
helping to stoke that fire and increase the rate at which you burn calories.
Oh,
And this can be especially beneficial for those looking to manage their weight or enhance their workouts.
so instead of just adding fuel to the fire with the food we eat, SeroBurn helps make the fire burn hotter.
Exactly. That's a great analogy.
I like that. That's a really cool analogy.
Yeah,
But we also talked about sustained energy.
right.
What makes SeroBurn's energy boost different from, say, a cup of coffee?
Yeah, it's a great question.
Because that's my go-to.
Yeah, a lot of people rely on that caffeine kick.
Totally.
But the podcast highlighted SeroBurn's ability to provide steady energy without the jitters or crashes
Oh, that's nice.
you often get with caffeine.
Yeah.
And this is likely due to the specific blend of ingredients and how they work together.
Interesting.
So, for example, they might combine a natural stimulant like green tea extract
Huh?
with adaptogenic herbs that help your body manage stress and maintain balance.
Got it. So it's like a...
It's like a carefully crafted recipe
Yeah.
rather than just a random mix of ingredients.
I like that. And speaking of recipes, I'm curious about those other wellness products they briefly touched on.
Yeah.
The Probiotic Digestive Support caught my attention
Okay.
because gut health is such a hot topic these days.
It really is.
What can you tell us about probiotics?
Well, probiotics are essentially beneficial bacteria
Okay.
that live in your gut,
Got it.
and they play a crucial role in digestion, nutrient absorption, and even immune function.
Wow.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, so it's like a whole world.
It is. It's like a garden.
Oh, okay.
You want a diverse ecosystem of good bacteria to keep things thriving.
So a probiotic supplement is like giving your gut garden a boost of beneficial bugs.
I like that. That's a great way to think about
Okay, perfect. I'm going to remember that one.
it. Yeah.
They also mention Collagen Peptides Powder.
Okay.
What's the deal with collagen?
Well, collagen is the most abundant protein in our bodies, and it's a key component of our skin, hair, tendons, and even our bones.
Wow.
But as we age, our natural collagen production declines,
Uh-huh.
which can lead to wrinkles, joint pain, and other issues.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's where collagen supplements come in.
Okay.
They provide your body with the building blocks it needs
Interesting.
to help maintain these tissues.
It's like giving your body a little extra support to help it stay strong and resilient.
Exactly.
And what about that super greens powder? Can you really get everything you need from a single scoop?
Well, it's not meant to replace a healthy diet,
Right.
but it can be a convenient way to add an extra boost of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants,
Okay.
especially for those who struggle to get enough fruits and vegetables in their daily routine.
Yeah.
It's not always easy to get all those servings in.
It's like an insurance policy for your nutrient intake.
I like that analogy.
Yeah, kind of like a safety net for those days when you can't eat as healthily as you'd like.
Exactly.
And last but not least, they mentioned a magnesium sleep aid.
Okay.
How does magnesium help with sleep?
Well, magnesium plays a role in relaxing muscles
Yeah.
and calming the nervous system,
Got it.
which can be incredibly beneficial for those who struggle with sleep issues.
So it's like hitting the relax button for your mind and body.
Precisely.
I like that. Now, I know you mentioned that supplements aren't meant to replace a healthy lifestyle,
Right. They work best as part of a holistic approach.
but how can someone realistically incorporate all of these products into their daily routine without it becoming overwhelming?
That's a common concern.
Yeah, because it's a lot.
It is.
Do you have any tips?
Absolutely. The podcast actually offered some really practical advice.
Okay.
They recommended taking SeroBurn first thing in the morning
Oh, whoa.
to kickstart your metabolism and energy levels for the day.
Got it.
And pairing it with a protein-rich breakfast
Ah,
can also help to stabilize blood sugar and prevent those mid-morning energy slumps.
that makes sense. Set yourself up for success right from the start. I often find myself reaching for sugary snacks when my energy dips in the afternoon.
Oh yeah, those afternoon cravings can be tough.
Yeah. So what about collagen and super greens?
For collagen peptides, they suggested adding it to your coffee or smoothie.
Okay.
It dissolves easily, so it won't alter the taste or texture.
That's good to know.
And as for the super greens, consistency is key.
Okay.
Aim for 1 scoop daily,
Got it.
whether you mix it with water juice or even add it to a smoothie.
So it's all about making it part of your routine.
Yeah.
So it becomes a habit rather than a chore.
Exactly.
This is all super helpful, but I have to ask,
Yeah.
is there anything people should keep in mind before they start adding all these supplements to their shopping cart?
You're right to be cautious. Even though these products are marketed as natural, it's important to remember that everyone's body is different,
Right.
and what works for one person might not work for another.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And it's always a good idea to consult with a healthcare professional before starting any new supplement regimen,
Oh.
especially if you have any pre-existing health conditions or are taking medication.
Makes sense.
They can help you determine what's safe and appropriate for your individual needs.
That's great advice. It's always better to err on the side of caution when it comes to your health. So before we move on, can you quickly recap the key points about incorporating these supplements into a daily routine?
Sure.
Just so our listener is clear on the practical side of things.
Of course. So start your day with SeroBurn and a protein-rich breakfast
Okay.
to boost metabolism and energy levels.
Hmm.
Add collagen peptides to your coffee or smoothie for a beauty and joint supporting boost.
Got it.
And make sure to get your daily dose of super greens
Okay.
for those essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants.
Perfect.
Remember, consistency is key.
Okay, great. So we've covered the basics of supplements and even gotten some specific tips on incorporating them into a daily routine. But now I want to get into the nitty-gritty science. In part 2, we'll be back to delve deeper into how these things actually work in the body. Stay tuned.
We'll uncover those fascinating details soon.
Welcome back. So in the last part, we talked about how supplements can be helpful.
Right.
But I'm really curious to understand the science behind them.
Yeah.
How do these things actually work in our bodies?
That's where it gets really fascinating.
I know.
Remember when we talked about SeroBurn and that thermogenic boost?
Mhm.
Let's unpack that a bit more.
Okay. Yeah, the idea of burning more calories even while at rest,
Yeah.
it sounds almost too good to be true.
It's a popular concept.
How does that actually happen on a physiological level?
Well, certain natural ingredients can actually stimulate your metabolism.
Mm,
It's not magic,
right.
but rather specific compounds interacting with your body systems.
Okay.
Think of your metabolism as like a complex engine.
Okay.
These thermogenic ingredients essentially help that engine run a little hotter and more efficiently.
So it's not just about adding more fuel to the fire, but actually making the fire burn hotter.
Exactly.
Okay. I like that. That's a great way to visualize it.
Yeah.
What are some examples of those natural ingredients that might be in SeroBurn?
Well, while the podcast didn't provide a full ingredient list,
Right.
we can look at common thermogenic components.
Okay.
Green tea extract is a great example.
Okay.
It contains compounds called catechins,
Okay.
specifically EGCG,
Mm-hmm.
which have been shown to have a thermogenic effect.
Interesting. So drinking green tea could actually help boost your metabolism.
Yeah, potentially.
I've definitely heard about the health benefits of green tea, but I never really connected it to weight management.
Exactly.
Interesting.
And there are other ingredients that might be at play too,
Okay.
like caffeine.
Oh, yeah.
We all know caffeine can give us a quick energy boost,
Right.
but it can also slightly increase thermogenesis.
Okay. So caffeine check.
Yeah.
Green tea extract check. What else?
Another ingredient that's often found in these types of supplements is capsaicin.
Capsaicin. What is that?
It's the compound that gives chili peppers their heat.
Oh, wow. So that feeling of warmth you get when you eat spicy food, could that actually be linked to burning more calories?
It's definitely a possibility.
That's wild.
Yeah, research suggests that capsaicin can temporarily increase metabolism.
Huh.
Of course, more research is always needed. But it's exciting to think about how these everyday ingredients can have such powerful effects on our bodies.
It really makes you appreciate the power of nature, right?
Absolutely.
But let's go back to SeroBurn for a second.
Okay.
We also talked about its ability to provide sustained energy without the jitters.
Right.
That's something I struggle with when I drink too much coffee.
Yeah, caffeine can definitely have that effect.
What makes SeroBurn's energy boost different?
That's a great question. It likely comes down to the combination of ingredients and their dosages.
Okay.
Instead of relying solely on stimulants, SeroBurn might include adaptogenic herbs like ashwagandha or rhodiola.
Adaptogens. Those are new to me. What do they do?
Adaptogens are a unique class of herbs that can actually help your body adapt to stress.
Interesting.
They work by modulating the stress response system, helping to keep your cortisol levels balanced.
Okay.
This can lead to a more sustained energy boost without the jitters or crash that you might get from caffeine alone.
So it's like they're helping your body stay calm and collected even when things get hectic.
Exactly.
I can definitely see how that would be beneficial for energy levels throughout the day.
Yeah, for sure.
This is all fascinating.
I know, right?
But I do want to touch on something we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
The importance of being cautious with supplements, even though they're derived from natural sources.
Right.
Are there still potential risks or side effects people should be aware of?
That's a great point, and it's something we should never take lightly.
Right.
Just because something is natural
Right.
doesn't automatically mean it's safe for everyone.
Yeah.
For example, green tea extract,
Huh.
while generally safe,
Mm-hmm.
can interact with certain medications.
Mm-hmm.
And some people might be sensitive to stimulants like caffeine, even in lower doses.
So it's not just about popping a pill and hoping for the best.
Definitely not. It's crucial to do your research, read labels carefully, and consult with a healthcare professional before starting any new supplement regimen,
Okay.
especially if you have any pre-existing health conditions or are taking medication.
Right.
They can help you determine what's safe and appropriate for your individual needs.
That makes a lot of sense. It's always better to err on the side of caution when it comes to your health.
Absolutely.
But how do you know if a supplement is actually working?
That's a good question.
It's not always easy to gauge those subtle changes, right?
That's true. Results can vary greatly from person to person.
Okay.
Some people might notice a difference within a few weeks, while others might not feel any noticeable changes.
Right.
And it's important to remember that supplements are meant to work in conjunction with a healthy lifestyle, not as a quick fix.
So you can't just take a supplement and expect miracles without also putting in the effort to eat well, exercise, and manage stress.
Exactly. It's about creating a synergistic effect where the supplement enhances your healthy habits, not replaces them.
Yeah. That's a great way to put it. And when it comes to figuring out which supplements are right for you,
Yeah,
it sounds like doing your research and talking to a healthcare professional are key.
absolutely.
Are there any other tips you would recommend for navigating the often overwhelming world of supplements?
Absolutely. I always recommend starting with a clear understanding of your goals.
Okay.
What are you hoping to achieve with supplements?
Right.
Are you looking to boost your energy levels,
Mm.
improve sleep quality, support digestion, or address specific health concerns?
Right. It's not about just grabbing whatever's trendy or on sale, but really thinking about what your body needs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Once you have a clear idea of your goals,
Okay.
you can start researching specific ingredients and supplements that have been shown to be effective in those areas.
Okay.
Look for products that have been clinically studied and have positive reviews from reputable sources.
So don't just blindly trust whatever a flashy ad tells you, right?
Right. Be a savvy consumer.
Do your own digging and be an informed consumer.
Precisely. And remember, it's a journey, not a race.
Okay.
Finding the right supplements and dosages for your body might take some trial and error.
Yeah.
Be patient.
Yeah.
Listen to your body and make adjustments as needed.
This has been so insightful. It's amazing how much goes on behind the scenes when we take a simple pill or powder.
Yeah, there's a lot of science involved.
But I know there's always more to the story.
Of course.
In part 3, we'll wrap up our deep dive with some alternative perspectives and considerations. Stay tuned.
We'll explore those nuances next.
We've covered so much in this deep dive, you know?
Yeah, it's been a journey.
Exploring supplements, like their potential benefits, the science, and being cautious and informed.
Right? Lots to think about.
But there's also like this hype factor around supplements, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, how do you sift through all the noise and figure out what's really beneficial
It's tough.
versus just clever marketing?
Yeah, you see those ads promising miracle results.
Totally. It makes you skeptical.
Skepticism is good, especially in an industry not as regulated as, say, pharmaceuticals.
Right, exactly. It's like buyer beware.
Yeah, you got to be smart. Consumer supplements aren't a magic bullet.
It's not just popping a pill and boom results.
Nope. Got to put in the work, diet, exercise, healthy habits, all that.
So supplements complement a healthy lifestyle, not replace it.
Exactly. There's support, not a shortcut.
True well-being is holistic, right?
It's a whole picture.
Speaking of bigger picture, I'm curious about the supplement industry globally,
Oh, interesting.
like sourcing and sustainability.
Great point. More consumers are thinking about that.
Right, because a lot of supplements come from plants, natural
They
resources.
do. And how those are harvested, processed, impacts the environment and communities.
So it's not just what's in the supplement, but how it's made and where it comes from.
Exactly. Look beyond the label. Think about the whole supply chain.
Like, are the ingredients sustainable?
Yeah.
Are the practices ethical?
Those are the questions.
It's about our values, right?
It's for our health and the planet's.
Any tips for being more conscious consumers?
Look for certifications or labels that show sustainable and ethical practices.
Okay, like what?
Fair trade or organic. They have standards for responsibility.
Those give you peace of mind.
They should. You know what you're getting aligns with your values.
Besides certifications, anything else?
Research the companies themselves.
Oh, okay.
Look into their values, sourcing practices, commitment to sustainability.
That's usually on their websites.
Often. Or you can contact them directly.
So be proactive, learn about the companies.
Transparency is key. More information means better choices.
This deep dive has been amazing.
I agree.
We went from the science to the marketing to ethics.
It's complex.
I have a much better understanding now.
Knowledge is power. The more we learn, the better choices we make for our well-being.
And as we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with this.
Okay.
Better health and energy is a journey of learning and exploring what works for you.
It's personal.
Stay curious, stay informed,